Okay, folks, I think that's plenty of time now for people logging in. If people do drop in a few minutes later, you can always catch them up on, the start of the presentation. So, firstly, I'd like to welcome a very, very special guest. We're privileged and honoured today to have, the amazing Lynette Artin, who's actually been the creator, the brain behind this project that you're going to see today. And has been working on this for quite some time, but obviously I won't steal the thunder of Lynette's story. I'll let Lynette give you that herself. So, Lynette, over to you. Appreciate your time dropping on this call today. And there's people logging in from different markets and different time zones around the world. So, I appreciate your time today. Lynette's based out of the USA. So, Lynette, are you there?
I am here. Thank you for having me. So yeah, we'll get started right away on what GetFit is all about. My journey in the crypto space started in 2009 when a friend called me up and said, "Don't ask me any questions. Just go buy $100 of Bitcoin." And Bitcoin was at 0.008 cents or something crazy like that. I ended up with like 12,000 Bitcoin, and that's where my crypto journey began. Of course, I've learned a lot. I've lost a lot as well. Many people do when they're learning about the crypto space, and that 12,000 Bitcoin is locked up in a crashed hard drive. However, it did get me started in the crypto space, and I'm, very excited about that because it's been life changing. And so I always love to share, my experiences in the crypto space with people because anybody can do this. And, you have to be careful, obviously, when it comes to crypto. There's a lot of people that claim to know what they're talking about creating projects and they fail. 99% of them fail because they don't build them the right way. So, my 15 years experience in the crypto space, working with many projects, consulting with them, helping them write their light papers and white papers has taught me of how a project should be built the right way. And the first thing you want to do is solve a problem. And everybody knows that on a global level, and especially here in the United States, obesity is the main problem that's causing chronic illness and disease, which leads to, a high death rate. It also has an effect on the economies because those who don't have insurance or are underinsured, it causes, if you don't have the money to pay for your health care, one, you're not getting proper health care, or you're unable to pay the health care that you've received, which then, falls back on those who are insured in the way of their prices and the amounts they have to pay for their insurance. And so what we wanted to do was create a project that everybody could be a part of and create healthy habits that motivate you and incentivize you with crypto rewards. And so basically making money, taking care of your health, and living a more prosperous life financially as well. With GetFit, we track physical fitness, your physical activity. And so what we use are either a fitness tracker, which would be like here I have my Apple Watch or Samsung Galaxy. Those are optional. You don't have to use a fitness tracker. And what is required though would be a smartphone. And then Google Fit if you're on an Android, or Apple Health if you're using the iOS devices. And what we do is we track your steps, your distance, your calories burned, your workouts, and your sleep. All five of those categories are extremely important to your health. And so it's not like many of these other move to earn projects that only count steps or count steps outside. We incorporate all of that physical activity 24/7 into what we call proof of physical activity. And what you're doing is you're generating hashes from your physical activity that is recorded to the blockchain, which is validating that proof of physical activity and is proving that you have earned those crypto rewards that you've received. So this project is 100% decentralized. We are not the custodians of anybody's money. We have simply built a project that is managed 100% with smart contracts. That means that you are in control of your money. You are in control of everything that you do within the GetFit Mining platform. You're not waiting for a person or a group or an entity to push a button so that you can get paid. You submit your proof of physical activity, you claim your rewards. If you are a networker and you're helping to build the community, you earn those commissions in real time. So what we're doing is we're bridging the gap from our technology into the fitness realm. So we are basically bridging the gap between the digital and the physical fitness worlds. And it is all based on your physical activity. The more you move, the more you mine. The less you move, the less you mine. And we'll explain that here in a minute. A lot of people ask us what makes GetFit different than the other move to earn apps. And so I like to use StepIn and Sweatcoin as my examples. We offer the most complete self-sustaining ecosystem. And as far as I can find anywhere in the crypto space, we are the only self-sustaining ecosystem project. We are the only move to earn that tracks all your physical activities, and we are completely decentralized, and everything is operating on chain, which is very nice because we don't require large servers. We don't require, the expense that like StepIn or Sweatcoin incur for their servers. Now, StepIn and Sweatcoin, this is the way I look at it. StepIn says they're decentralized, but if you're centralized at all, there's no gray area. You are either decentralized or you are centralized. You can't be both. You can't be decentralized with a little bit of centralization there. And so StepIn and Sweatcoin, in my opinion, they are centralized. They are not decentralized. They do have limited functionality. And with StepIn, they actually impose certain conditions, such as you need to be outside to track your steps. And then they limit also the amount of mining time that you have. So we are decentralized. StepIn and Sweatcoin are not. We use proof of physical activity, which is recording that real physical data to the blockchain to validate your mining rewards. We include steps, so does StepIn and Sweatcoin, but we also include distance, calories, workouts, and sleep. We do have that self-sustaining ecosystem, which provides the liquidity through the use of the app when users are using the app. StepIn and Sweatcoin do not have that. We offer staking. StepIn and Sweatcoin do not. We have a merging feature, so we are always, removing the supply of the miners, and we're able to keep up. That way, we always have that demand. So supply and demand is always important when you're dealing with a crypto project. We also have a mining dock so you can mine with multiple miners. StepIn and Sweatcoin do not have that. We offer challenges. StepIn and Sweatcoin do not. Leasing, StepIn and Sweatcoin do not. StepIn does have a marketplace. To my knowledge, Sweatcoin does not. And StepIn and Sweatcoin require subscription to maximize, what you're doing within their application, and we do not. You can be physical activity is indoor, outdoor. With StepIn, it has to be outdoors, and we do not require an activation code. StepIn does require that, and we do not track your GPS location. StepIn and Sweatcoin do, and we do not limit your mining time. You're mining 24/7. StepIn does, Sweatcoin does not. So that gives you a pretty good idea of, looking at what we offer compared to the other move to earn apps. And so I think that really sets us above the rest. And I'm proud of it. Maybe a little arrogant when I say that, but we've worked for 2.5 years to build this application and to make sure, that we have basically reached the top of everything and made it the best that's on the market. So what we do is we encourage you to move more, to increase your physical activity, to mine and earn these token rewards through our GetFit Mining application. So basically, your daily activity can become your income stream. And I think that this piece here is extremely important. Even we're adults, but even kids, you look at kids, they like to get those rewards or that gold star when they do something. And one thing that we've seen with GetFit is that our user base, our retention rate is high, and it doesn't fall off. And we've got so many testimonials, people who have lost weight, 100 pounds, 75 pounds, 60 pounds, 50 pounds, coming off medications, how much better they feel, how much healthier they feel, and just how that, the motivation from this application has been life-changing for them on a physical level. And, it all boils down to, we need to be motivated. And, to incentivize that movement, that's a big deal. And a lot of people, I don't think, realize that, you don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to do, these crazy intense workouts in order to become fit. All you have to do is increase the physical activity that you're already doing, intensify that physical activity, and you'll start to see the results. And we include everything. You can be walking, your dog. You can be mowing your yard. You can be going out for a hike, for a run. Anything that is moving, you're mining these crypto tokens. So the more activity you're doing, the more rewards that you're earning. The more intense your workout, the more intense you're mining. Everything that GetFit is built on our smart contracts. We have the interactive 3D miners. We have 5 tiers of miners. We just introduced Bob yesterday. Bob is our free miner. We want everybody to have an opportunity to at least test the waters and see what GetFit is about. Mine's at 20%. So it's not going to be like, the primary miner, which mines at 100%. It's not going to be like the Ultra that mines at 125% or the Omega that mines at 300%, but it still is mining, and it allows everybody to be involved, even if they can't afford to purchase the higher level miners right now. All of our NFT miners are 3D, they're interactive, they are programmable. We have technology behind these miners, so they're not just an image, they actually have that technology. Everything is smart contracts. So everything is done in real time. Everything is managed by smart contracts, and everything is recorded to the blockchain. There's no human interaction for you to get paid, for you to earn, for you to do anything within our application. And we're also EVM compatible. So we're not just limited to the Binance Smart Chain. We can be up on any blockchain that's EVM compatible within 24 to 48 hours. And it is our goal to be mining on 3 to 6 blockchains by the end of the year. And so that same physical activity that you're doing every day could be mining U tokens on multiple blockchains. Right now, we are offering a promotion. So we did 2.5 years of building in our technology. The one thing that has always it doesn't sit well with me are projects that do these massive pre-sales, bringing in millions and millions of dollars. One, they're diluting the value of those tokens. 2, really regulation-wise, it's not a good idea, because if you're selling a token at a low value, then the person who's buying it has that relative expectation that it's going to increase in value, and most likely that's the only reason that they're buying it. So then you kind of have an issue there. So we stayed away from all of that. We wanted to build our technology first. We wanted to show the world that we already have the working product, that we could produce what we said we were going to produce. And so what we're doing now is we're selling those miners at a promotional price. And we have 10 tiers. Right now we're on our 3rd tier. So our Omegas, which are our highest powered miner, you're going to pay anywhere from $3,600 to $5,400 for 6 of these Omega miners. But with our promotion, you're able to get them extremely low, because right now it's not about selling them at the highest dollar possible. It's about sharing with the world GetFit Mining and building up that community and people who want to experience that proof of physical activity, that move to earn space. So you mint your miners after the promo. You mint the miner. You're using the native token of the application to mint the miner. And then you evolve this miner to the highest powered miners. You can stake your GFAM tokens. and then you begin mining. So really you mine and then you stake your GFAM tokens to earn even more rewards. What is unique to our project is our airdrop. In the crypto space, that peer-to-peer community is extremely important. If you don't have the peer-to-peer community, you have a project that is going to fail at some point, because with your typical project, if they're not continuously feeding it money, all right, the community isn't always providing the liquidity for the liquidity pool. If there's not new people coming in, it's going to fail. And so we have several components here that make us very different from other projects. One, it's our airdrop, where other projects that have been vetted can airdrop their token to our airdrop, and our user base can also mine their tokens. One, it gives projects that engaged audience, and it also gives projects, that collaboration, and working together and sharing communities with the best projects that are on the market. And so our airdrop is unique to us, and it also benefits the user because it helps them to expand that crypto portfolio. I was going over the 4 types of miners that we have. Our primary that mines at 100%, the ultra that mines at 125%, the alpha at 175%, and then the omega at 300%. Every miner is unique. There are no 2 alike. And we have a couple of different ways that you can acquire these miners. These miners, they monitor your activity. They record that activity. You submit that activity. It generates that hash that's recorded to the blockchain. We do have a leasing feature. This becomes your digital real estate. That means that if you have miners that you're not using, that you're not mining with yourself, you're able to stake them to the marketplace. And then other people can come from the public that don't have miners within GetFit, and they can connect to that miner. And now their proof of physical activity are actually mining tokens for the person who owns the miner, and then the person who's providing that physical activity. So they're leasing it with that physical activity. The person who's providing that physical activity, they submit that physical activity. The smart contract will then send each person their tokens to claim. And so it allows people to earn even more tokens by leasing out that their miners or that digital real estate. When you're using the miners, the more active you are, the more you mine. You want to make sure you submit every day. We always tell people claim like every 10 days. It's cheaper because every time you do something inside the app, there's mining fees. Everything is recorded to the blockchain. And in order to record to the blockchain, you have to pay those mining fees. Now, while you're mining, you are earning the GFAM tokens, and you can stake those tokens based on your mining power. An example would be if you have one primary miner that mines at 100%, your staking rewards would be 1.39%. So your rewards are based on the mining power that you have or your contribution to the ecosystem. So if you were mining with 6 omega miners, that would be 1,800% mining power. Each omega has 300% mining power. Times that by 6, that's 1,800%. And so you are actually earning 25% in the staking rewards. Our staking is different than most platforms. When you stake on other platforms, what they're doing is they're giving you more of the token that you had staked. We don't do that because that dilutes the market value. So what you do, or what we do, is you're rewarded in the stable token USDT. Before BUSD wasn't supported, we were using BUSD. We're migrating to the USDT, and that'll be completed by May 4th. But 10% of all transactions that take place within GetFit are applied to the staking. If you're not mining in the GetFit mining platform, you cannot stake on our platform. So you wouldn't be able to just go to the exchange, buy GFAM, and then come back and stake it and earn on those staking rewards. You actually have to be mining and using the wallet that you're mining with. You are able to claim your rewards as you earn them, and we do not have a designated lock time. So what I mean by that is when you stake your GFAM, if your rewards are earned today, then that staking contract would unlock your GFAM. If it took 90 days and you still hadn't received your rewards, then that contract would automatically unlock so that you don't have those tokens locked up for an indefinite amount of time. We also base the staking on the market value of the GFAM, not the number of GFAM that you've staked. So whatever amount of GFAM you stake, if it was worth or had a market value of, let's say, $1,000, and your rewards were 25%, then your rewards would be $250. If your staking GFAM had a market value of, say, $100, then your rewards would be 25%, which would be $25 if you were mining with those 6 Omegas. So you can claim your rewards as you're earning them. And then the staking, as soon as your earnings have been completed, it automatically unstakes. So you could be earning these daily, weekly, maybe it takes a month, maybe it takes 60 days. It's all based on how busy the platform is. The evolution is probably our most important feature of our application. When you mint your miners, we pay out up to 65% in commissions for those who are building the community. And so when a person mints a primary miner for $99, they can go to the evolution portion of our app, and they can upgrade their miners. So they can upgrade from a primary to an ultra, and this uses USDT. Then they can upgrade from an ultra to an alpha, and then we merge 2 alphas for 1 omega. And so the total cost of an omega doing it this way would be $600. The evolution piece, you're upgrading using the USDT because the evolution is 100% belongs to the community, meaning 10% will go to the staking, and the other 90% that is there is liquidity. And you can see here on this chart, this is the evolution in works, okay? If there's a selling market, the evolution contract has an algorithm, so it's not predictable. Like just because somebody comes in and mints, let's say 12 primary miners so they can evolve to those 6 Omegas, it doesn't immediately go and inject that liquidity, but it is got an algorithm it has to follow. So you can see where the green candlesticks are going up. Each one of those is the evolution contract. It's buying GFAM, it's injecting liquidity. It's buying GFAM, it's injecting liquidity. But when the market is selling, the evolution contract isn't going in and continuing to drive up the market value. It waits until that selling is slowed down, and then it goes in and starts to do its job. And so every time the community is doing something in app, if you're minting, it is contributing to the liquidity. If you're evolving, it's contributing to the liquidity. When you submit your physical activity, it contributes to the liquidity. When you open up the mining dock slots to plug in your miners, it's contributing to the liquidity. When you claim your tokens, it's contributing to the liquidity. When you create a challenge, it contributes to the liquidity. When you join a challenge, when you create an event, when you join an event, when you leash out your miners, all of these things provide that liquidity. And if the projects that are currently in the crypto space would do the same thing, their projects would be more stable, because you're going to eventually run out of people in your community that want to keep feeding the liquidity or want to keep buying those tokens. You've got to have a use for those tokens. You've got to have an ecosystem built around your project, and you have got to use what the community is providing to that community to stabilize that project. And so you're using the project to become more healthy, to mine these tokens, and you're spending the money to do this within the application. But every time you do that, you know that it's strengthening the market value. It's strengthening that liquidity pool. These here are the prices of the miners. You can mint the primary for $99, the ultra for $199, the alpha for $499, the omega for $899. Right now, this is why this promotion is so important. 1 omega, if you minted it outright, is $899. But if you use the promotion, you can get 6 omega miners, and this price of $300 ended yesterday. So we're actually on the tier 3, which is the $400 for 6 omegas. So you can get 6 for half of what it would cost you to buy 1 come June 9th. And every single week, the price goes up to the next tier. So every Sunday, the price increases every Sunday until June 9th. And so it'll go from 400 for 6 of them, 500 for 6 of them, up to 600, 800, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. On June 9th, we go into our full system, and it will cost $3,600 if you want to mine with 6 Omega miners. We also are running the promo on our primary miners. And so those will increase by $50 every week until June 9th. So here's what I was just kind of going over with you prior. The possible costs that you would have involved pretty much after the promo. You're looking at, the minting of those miners. It's going to cost you anywhere from $100 to $600. That depends on if you just, mint $100 primary or if you're going to evolve up to the $600 Omega. Then we do have the mining dock slots. This is where you actually plug in those miners. The one-time fee, it's only ever charged once for your lifetime. And you can interchange your miners. And the first dock slot is always free. So those of you that want to promote the Bob miner, which is free to use until June 9th, and you will be able to, anybody could mint Bob, plug him in, and he's mining at 20%. But if you're going to unlock all 6 slots for the Omega promotion, you're looking at about $120 to $125 to unlock those slots. Then you are going to want to make sure you have some BNB in that internal wallet because you have to submit and claim those tokens. So we tell everybody to between right now, it's running about $25 a month, but it's always nice to have a little bit of cushion in there. So just have $30 or $40 in there so you don't run out. So you can submit everything to that blockchain. Currently, if you're mining with Bob, you're maxing out the physical activity every day, the mining activity. It means you're walking, about 20,000 steps. You're going about a 10-mile walk, let's say, a 2-hour workout, 8 hours of sleep, 2,000 calories. Bob's going to mine about 250 to 300 GFAM a month. If you're mining with 6 primaries, you're getting about 600 GFAM a day. There's 5 other tokens that you get, but right now we're just talking about GFAM. And that would equate to about $6 a day at a penny, $12 if it's at 4 cents, $15 a day at a dime, and then $30 if and when it reaches that. Well, actually, that's not right, because if you have 600 a day and it's $1, it would be about $60. It'd be $600 a day. But anyway, bottom line is you're getting about 600 GFAM a day with the primary. That's about 18,000 GFAM a month. If GFAM was at $1, that's $18,000 a month. Are you going to cash out for $18,000 a month with a DEX exchange? If the price says it's $1, you're not going to get $1 per token. You're going to get whatever you drive the value to. So let's say if you were to sell your GFAM and it took it down to 90 cents, that's what you would get per token. If you were buying GFAM, you're going to get the value that you drive the price up to. The Omega, you're mining between 1,000 and 1,200 GFAM per day, and that's about 36,000 per month. So you can do the math at the different, token market value prices there. Affiliate program, a referral, community building rewards. We offer up to 65% in commission. So those of you who are not mining, we don't require you to purchase miners in order to mine. But you only are able to earn direct commissions. And so you would be earning 25% on all your direct sales. And then from there, you're able to earn anywhere from 5 to 8%, 10 more levels, which is an additional 40%. In the future, once you've built a team, you'll start to earn a percentage of your team's mining rewards. So we kind of call that your virtual gym or that fitness club that you're building. And so when your team is submitting their physical activity, you're going to also get a percentage that you get to submit of their activity once you've submitted yours. So in order to receive a percentage of your team's activity, you have to submit yourself. And you also have to build a team. And we expect this piece to be ready by the middle of June. So it gives you a few months to build in that team so you can start earning those rewards that your team is mining as well. And then we also have a builders pool where 5% of all sales and transactions that take place within the application goes to, and that pays out once a month. And that is distributed through a 5-level bonus pool system. So when you get started, you do need a smartphone or a fitness tracker or both. I like using my fitness tracker because I get, it picks up all of my physical activity. I don't like having a phone connected to me all day long. And I always have, my earbuds in my ear. So I don't have to carry that phone with me. And then if you're an Android, you're going to need Google Fit, Health Connect. If you're an iPhone user, you're going to need Apple Health. We don't require it. The Google Fit and Apple Health does. You have to give us permission to be able to receive those 5 categories of activity, which is the steps, distance, workout, sleep, and calories burned. You would need to purchase your miners in order to start mining, or to mint Bob and plug Bob into your mining dock. Download our application. Make sure that you have a DApp wallet. We recommend MetaMask, but you can use any of them that are on the Binance Smart Chain or that support the Binance Smart Chain. You'll need to fund your wallet with BNB. Once our promos are over and you mint the primaries, you'll need BNB, USDT, and GFAM. So you'll need all 3 tokens. And then you just have to start stepping, start moving, and submit that activity. And you're mining those tokens and you're starting to receive those rewards. So this slide's a little bit wrong here too. We have to update it. But in May is when we're going to release our challenges and the events. So it was scheduled for April, but with the promotion, we've had a lot of things going on. We've got some amazing builders, Sergey, Alan, Peter. There's so many of you that have started building, and you guys have had some amazing ideas and some great ideas for us to add to the app and make things move a little smoother. So we have done that. So that has put us a little bit behind schedule as far as introducing our challenges. And we want to make sure that when we open up the challenges, that's going to be a very exciting day. That's a way for people to really start to socialize within this application. You'll be able to create these challenges. People will be joining these challenges. It's an additional way for you to make money because you can charge a entry fee that you set. And if people, when they join it, that smart contract is managing that for you. If you want to set prizes or things like that, smart contract pays the winners at the end of the challenge. And you can, pay yourself for any marketing. It's a business, you're able to do quite a bit with those challenges. The event can be used for charity. So we really want to make sure that when we introduce the challenges, that the community has grown to the size that's going to make it exciting for everybody, but also be able to monitor it as well and make sure that if people have questions or need assistance, that we're able to focus on that. So we've decided to introduce the challenges in May with the events, and then the leasing and the marketplace, those will be coming out between June and July. And then in August and September, those of you who are already using the GetFit Mining app, you will be able to test our travel to earn application, and that should be ready to roll out to the public by winter, Christmas time area. But everybody who's in GetFit will be able to be the first people into that travel to earn, which is great for over-the-road truck drivers, your DoorDash people, Uber, Lyft drivers, people that, do that door-to-door shopping for people. It's another way to mine from that physical activity that you're doing, or that over-the-road activity that you're doing. If you travel far, like when I went to Dubai, it was like a 17-hour flight. I would have been mining that entire 17 hours that I was on that flight, even though I couldn't be physically active. So we're really excited to introduce that as well. So that's about it with GetFit. We always tell everybody, never spend more than you can afford, or we don't make guarantees here. We can only provide to you the platform, but you are going to provide that physical activity. And so if you spend money to mint those miners, but then you don't do the physical activity, or you don't submit that physical activity, it's not going to do much good for you. We never want anybody to lose money. That's not what GetFit is about. It's about, providing a platform for people to become healthier and more wealthy. And wealth means different things to each person. And then we also want you to be careful with your health. don't go out and push yourself to do more activities, and you physically are able to increase that physical activity. I remember when I first started using the app, once we were in beta phase, oh my gosh, I think for 2 days I could hardly walk because I pushed myself to do 20,000 steps. And I probably hadn't done 20,000 steps in 20 years. So it was really, really taxing on my calves. And I had a very hard time walking for a couple of days. So just be careful when you get started. Don't push yourself to do more than what you can do. And if you aren't sure, make sure you consult with your doctor. We want everybody to be healthy here. We don't want anybody to lose money here. So we never want people to spend money that they shouldn't be spending. We have Bob the Miner. He's free. Everybody can use him. And then you can work your way up to purchasing those miners. So everybody, I'm glad you were here, that you took the time to listen to Get Fit. And that's all I have.